Welcome to ISM Raceway for the running of the Ticket Galaxy 200. Oh wow, that's... what the heck? Why did the drop of frames go up? For race number 32, here for the NROL Grainger Series, season number 3. The final race of the round of 8. We're going to see which 4 playoff drivers will be advancing to Homestead to fight for the championship. This is the Phoenix track. On the pole, it's Jonathan Rains. To the outside, it's Roger Ray, one of our playoff contenders. Then Antonin Charlebois and Mitchell Henderson in row number 2. And then Marcus Kyer, last race's winner, rounds out the top 5. Then Juan Garcia, Nicholas Wade, Riley Spurley-Tube, Veronica Platts, and Code Luigi round out the top 10. Rest of your starting lineup: Max Anderson, Victor Delgado, Andrew Noriega and Diego Yepes, Phoebe Iwata, and Mathis Wells. Eli Bright, Stuart Gratton, Jay Jefferson and Thomas Jericho, Jerry Northrup, and Alexander Rowe, DJ Reed and Derek Northrup, Ray Jacobs, Brian Ferris, Tristan Allen and Sebastian Kukulon, Andrew Miller and Regan James, Joe Jefferson, Colton Yo, JJ Reed and Michael Canto, Nathan Stapleton, Zachary Fitzwater, Greg Torres and Dash Bourne in the last row. Yes, this is it. And in the last row, Will Bowen and Derek Hamill. Let's head down trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
A great command to get the engines fired here for the final time in the round of 8. 4 drivers will be advancing to Homestead here in the playoffs. Right now, as they are lined up, it would be Roger Ray, Riley Spurley-Tube, Roger Ray, Riley Spurley-Tube, Thomas Jericho, and Alexander Rowe that would advance. The pace car heading on pit road. Looks like they're going to have to catch up here. Heading through turns 3 and 4. Into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We're underway here in ISM. Good start here for the 39 of Jonathan Rains as they head into 1 and 2. Down the back stretch here, or the front stretch I guess you could say, into 3 and 4. And off turn 4, Jonathan Rains will lead lap 1. See the car's fanning out. 3 wide. Here into turns 1 and 2. And once again, Jonathan Rains leading another lap. I know. Here comes Brian Ferris on the outside of Alexander Rowe. How about Will Bowen has worked his way up here. Right now, JJ Reed, Colton Yo, Alexander Rowe, and Brian Ferris would all be out. But they're side by side here. This is for the transfer position. Give it to Brian Ferris with the pass on the outside. You go on board with Roger Ray. Heading into 1 and 2. At least I think this is 1 and 2, unless this is turn 2 and 3, and then that's turn 4 and 1. I don't know. I don't know what it says. Is that turn 1? I don't think that counts as a turn. I'm going to see here as they head through this corner. That says turn 4 winds, but that's not turn 4. Be sure it's turn 2. Well, that's unfortunate now that they've sorted out the single file. So, as they run, be Roger Ray, Riley Spurley-Tube, Thomas Jericho, and Brian Ferris. Alexander Rowe is right there, though. Yes, so it'd be Rowe, Bolin, Yo, and Reed. That would be... how dare you! Hey, Carnation. My mom has Despacito. Despacito-itis. Despicitis. Roger Ray still running there in second. Trying to get to the 39. Can try and gain as many points as possible right here. So I hope the cup race will be better than this. Because otherwise we might not even come back to this track. Until a proper version of ISM is made. Through the dog leg here, heading towards turns 1 and 2. This is 101 because with 104 they were wrecking. So maybe I'll put it back at like 104, if not higher, maybe like 107. I'll do a test race after this for Cup. Jonathan Rains so far has led every lap, and they're driving through the cone. Right through the cone. Alexander Rowe, he needs to do everything he can to try and catch up to the 89 of Brian Ferris. You might just have to wait for pit stops, if there are any. This top 10 has been the same for pretty much all 16 laps. through 3 and 4. Jonathan Rains, the 39, continuing to lead. Roger Ray is trying to close in. And the top 3 are all within 1 second of the leader. Oh, the 87 got a little loose there. They're on board here with the 5. He has to let off just a bit. Got a good corner there. Rains was able to pull away though, for just a little bit. Roger Ray had to get out of the gas a bit lit, yes. Here he comes. He's closed in. For sure on that lap, definitely. Oh, wow, only by 300s. Thought he would have closed in by like a 10th right there. Oh no, time for a crash. See, now that you say that, it's not gonna happen. If you just show up and say hi, or something like that, then they're gonna crash. Dang it, we need to ride on board again with Roger Ray. Because he only does good when we're on board. Brian Ferris pulling away from Alexander Rowe. But all this is happening back here in 31st. Yeah, it kind of is. The crashes make it interesting. I have a few different versions. I'm gonna test all 3 of them. Or, not all 3. There's only 2 of them that I really want to test. Well, I mean, no, I guess I could say 3. I'm gonna test 2013 night, 2003 day, not the in-game one. Yes, because this is an SRA version of Phoenix Top. Yes, this is the version that Seth sent me. Colton, you are currently the second last playoff driver on track, so right now you would be out, and Brian Ferris would be in, and Alexander Rowe would be out. Yeah, because that makes the racing a lot more interesting. Yes, they want something to happen. They don't want it to be a single file race all race long with nothing happening. Like this. We're coming to 20 laps to go. Yeah, so this is a version that Seth sent me of Phoenix. Or sorry, ISM Raceway. So the 4 drivers that would be in: Roger Ray, Riley Spurley-Tube, Thomas Jericho, and then Brian Ferris. Alexander Rowe, Will Bowen, Colton Yo, and JJ Reed would be out. Welcome to NR 2003. Reigns and Roger Ray. This has been the battle for the lead. It's not much of a battle, though, when one guy's ahead of him. To be honest, ISM Raceway sounds like a road course. Yeah, well, kind of is, because of how they have it now, where they relocated stuff. Phoenix actually does have a road course. It's in the infield. $17 laps left. Yeah, it's always going to be Phoenix for me. I'm never going to be able to call it ISM Raceway without having to cringe. And here comes the leg. Really bad frame rates, I'm sure, right? $16 laps left here in ISM. Avondale, Arizona is where this track was located. So the Arizona desert. Hasn't really put on a show. $2,000 drop frames, that's fucking great. How bad is the lag? Johnny, sign-ups tomorrow. Tomorrow. For sure. I'll release a video tonight, or later today, saying when they are. So when are they gonna pit? Because I think they will have to. It's a lot of lag when. That doesn't tell me anything. $12 laps to go. Just saying it's a lot of lag when doesn't tell me anything. You have 10 to go now. You know, 9 laps to go. Currently second last playoff driver on track. Ryan Ferris would be the last driver in. So, no, Colton, you're not in. You're not in. You're out. Please crash, Brian. Six laps to go. You're at ISM Raceway. I think this is probably going to be the finishing order. No! Here comes the 18 to pit road. The 98, the 7 as well. The 3, 16, 78, 1, 2, 46. They're all coming in. Well, some of them are. Playoff driver Will Bowen. Same with JJ Reed. Derek Hamill as well. Never mind. Hamill's staying out. Hamill pitted. So did the 11 and the 07. Race leader Reigns is staying out. 4 to go. If caution comes out now, that would end the race. Colton Yo is in. Brian Ferris. Here comes race leader Jonathan Reigns. Same with Roger Ray. Everyone else. The 18's going to get back on the lead lap. Trouble for Spurley Tube. The 14 sitting on pit road. This is not a good situation. Because that is a playoff contender. The 05 also sitting on pit road. Who will take the lead? It still rains. But how are they running currently? Who would be the 4 in? Roger Ray, Thomas Jericho, Brian Ferris, and Alexander Rowe would all get in. Issue. Ari has a glitch pit stall and they just get stuck there. Oh, this is dumb now. Brian, you were pretty much guaranteed a spot in with how you were running, with where you were running. So you don't need to be celebrating right now. But whatever. I just realized the race is over. There goes Spurly Tube off pit road. So Jonathan Rains is the winner here in ISM Raceway. There's Riley Spurly Tube. That was the dumbest race I've ever done. So Jonathan Rains is the winner. Roger Ray second, Mitchell Henderson third, Juan Garcia fourth, Anthony Chalbaugh fifth, Luigi sixth, seventh was Mathis Wells, eighth was Veronica Platts, ninth Marcus Kyer, and 10th was Thomas Jericho. So Nicholas Wade and Riley Spurly Tube were 4 laps down. So these are the 4 heading to Homestead. Roger Ray in the number 5, Thomas Jericho in the number 6, Brian Ferris in the number 89, and Alexander Rowe in the number 87. Playoffs, I'm sorry. It's a down to victory lane. Jonathan Rains ekes out a win here at ISM Raceway. I don't like bathwater, please. Let's just check out the points here. But we already know who the 4 drivers are heading into Homestead. That's just sad. 0 cautions, 0 lead changes, 1 leader. No. What the fuck? So, this is the top, or this is the point standings here, guys. So, well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.